we were in the middle of a bit of a fire. Unfortunately here, there is a warning out not to burn anything. But as you can see up behind me here, everything around us burned. One of the common things they do here, I should sit this with the sun on me. One of the common things they do here is burn their fields or their lots of land when they don't want to cut it. And unfortunately, it hasn't rained in like 2 months. But except for the storm we just went through here today, which was short-lived. It was one big cloud, but as you can see, the sky is completely blue again. So used to complain about the weather in Oklahoma, but I can tell you what, the weather here is even crazier. Except we don't have snow or ice, which is a great thing, I think, to me. So somebody on the far end, in the lower part of the hill, apparently decided to burn their lot, and the wind caught it. It was a very dry day. It was a very windy day. The wind caught it, and it just raged up the hill and all the way across our road here up to the main road. At the top of our hill here, and which I have video on here. The video you can see, you'll probably see it first actually before this. So I was out shoveling sand along the edge of the road to keep it from, because we had no water. We hadn't had rain in a while, so I'm shoveling sand to prevent the fire from spreading across onto our side of the road to save our. These are called limoncilla. This is our edging. These right here are about 6 months old, maybe. Those over there, they get a little bit less water, so they're younger. But these right there are about 1.5 years, and they're about 4 feet or 4 meters high right now. The ones at the lower end of the land, you can see down there below our leach field, those things go crazy. It's really good. These are really nice to have because they have these huge thorns which will cut you. I don't know if you can see the scars on my arm, but just reaching into it, you can get pretty hurt. You can see here where we take care of our road and the area around our property, and our property we keep it pretty well cut. And this was what it was like a week, maybe a little bit more, almost 2 weeks before the fire came. You can see our road. This is the road going up to the main road. But you can see how much grass grows in the lots next to us. They don't take very good care of their lots. We keep this road cut. We keep our neighbor's road cut, which will be here to the left. We'll take a look down that way here in just a second. Turn left. That's a straight up to our main road there. Here we go. Looking down our neighbor's road, we keep that cut for them. It's actually cut all the way down now. We cut half of it at a time, and then we use weed killer on it. But that's the road, and this is how we maintain it. But you can see how much it's overgrown until, obviously, recently, this fire. which just literally destroyed every piece of vegetation that's around us. Fortunately, we have our lot fenced in with metal siding. They call calamina acá here. Sorry, there's Spanish phone in there. You can see the mango trees over there. The mangoes are cooked on the bottom, unfortunately. Or not mangoes, papayas, I'm sorry. But all around us, the land is completely burned down. All the grass is burned down. Which kind of ruins a little bit of things for us because you have the smell. You also have animals that live in it, that lived in the grass that are dead, which brings the vultures. And my cats go out there also. So it could be dangerous to them. And there you can still see where it was burning off below us towards our neighbors. And over on the far side, neighbors over there also, they cut back their ground and pretty much preserve their land. But everything around that you just saw that was overgrown is gone. Not a good time for people to be burning. This is the dry time of the year. This is up at the top of our hill, and we're walking up to the corner on this. All the property on the side is burned. The road actually didn't burn that much because we kept it cut and it was sprayed with a weed killer. That's the road. But all this property up here was just covered with weeds, and that's the intersection of our main road. Here, and you can see it's still burning off in the distance at the time the video was taken. And it burned all the way up the road, up the sides of the road. There you can see our one of our neighbors, actually the closest neighbor. They have a little farm up there, but they don't live there.
but it moved across the road. Fortunately, didn't go into the forest, and it didn't burn the street signs. But they're still fighting it to keep it from going in their property up there. And it all happened very, very quickly because it was so dry. And this is winter in Peru, but it's also August and September are the two driest months. So it can affect us very quickly. So we have to be very careful. And hopefully our neighbors are more considerate and don't burn, and they cut before they burn anything. I have what we use is called bitumen, which is a black tar paint, kind of like an asphalt. I use that on top of the OSB, and then I covered it with plastic to help prevent the water going through it over there. Because of the size of the OSB that I can get out here, I'm using 2 layers of OSB. It's 8mm. Yeah, I think it's 8mm, and so I'm using them lengthwise and then crosswise on top. And then on top of that, because my wife wants ceramic floors, we're going to put a 4mm cement fiberboard on top, and then build our floors on top of, or build our walls on top of that, and put ceramic floors in. But just gives you a quick update on where we're at. The dogs are obviously doing fine. Chickens are okay. Cats, everybody came home. Harry is back home with us. She took off for about 2 weeks, and we were really worried that she was going to be gone, but now she's back, and she doesn't want to leave my side, to be quite honest. Let me get you some water, girl. Hang on. So, fortunately, they get a bucket here of where we've got some water. And what are you eating? What are you eating? So, I can give them some rainwater. Rainwater is our lifeblood out here. With it, our plants grow. With it, our animals have water to drink, and with us, we have water to wash and bathe with. We have a rainwater catchment system. Papaya trees grow. Bananas. As you can see, more papayas up there. That one. Bananas. Bananas hanging over here. Let's see if you can see them up here. Got a couple 3 banana trees going on over here. Right there. Next one over there. And another one on the other side. Up here. And obviously the papayas. And these ones are our newest Limonsia, and these are about 3 months old, something like that. And I've got a really nice looking blackberry bush growing, which I was hoping, which I thought actually was going to die. These are my blackberry bush, so I'm just waiting for it to get big enough so that I can find a place to plant it. I think I'm going to take, when we take out the dogs' houses, which is where they go when it rains. Once we get their room finished over there, that's going to be gone, and I'm thinking about taking out all these banana trees right here. We have banana trees everywhere. So I'm thinking about taking out those right there and putting my blackberry bush right in the middle of that to see how well it grows there. Other than that, that's the update. We're waiting on our next order of OSB. I'll continue working on the screen windows so that I can put them into the
put them on this side over here. Once the OSB or the black tar stuff, I forget what it's called. Once that finishes drying in, and you can see where it's fresh. Once you finish drying in, then I can mount the windows. You can see I put a little lip. Here for the window frame to sit against on the inside. There'll be another lip on the outside. I will put sealant in there, put the window frame in, and then I'm gonna mount on the outside, framed. It will be the screen, window screen, which will keep the mosquitoes out. Then the rest of it, once we finish the upper floor, will all be metal siding. Calamina they call it here, but we'll use white for the walls, and then a light blue for the roof. But it'll all come together here. This will be the upper deck up there. Will be this corner here will be my office for my classes. So I have a little privacy. I also have a little bit of wind and a view of their sunset and mountains up there. Yes, baby, what are you doing? Look at you, you get junk all over you. Yeah? How do you get this stuff all over you, girl? These dogs. So, that's where I'm at. That's where we're at. And I'll give you an update once we get the windows in and the next order OSB in, and get the floor up, and get the bug screens on. They don't even have them here. You have to make them. The bug screen. I don't know what you would call it. I forget. It's been so long. I don't know. Window screens. Window screens. There we go. Window screens. And then we'll get the walls inside done for the dogs, and the doors put on so that we can build their beds inside. Of course, we have to put ceramic floor inside for my wife, but that's what she wants. So thanks for watching, and please stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, and share. We need the support. We need the followers, the views. If you can, watch our videos. And if you need to go back to the beginning, watch from the beginning. And we need the hours. You have to have so many hours now. Got the followers, the minimum amount, but we don't have enough hour views. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you in our next video. Bye.
Don't go away just yet. This is Harry. Harry, our little girl that came back after being gone. We thought she was forever gone out in the woods. But she came back before the fire. But stay tuned. I've got a little bit more video to show you of some work we're doing on putting the OSB flooring in. So don't go away yet. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. This is the bitumen. This is like a liquid asphalt. So I'm using it to seal the OSB up above so that when we do get any rain, it will protect the OSB. It won't damage it, won't swell. As I slowly finish the floors. On the far roof over there, you can see our solar panels. That's on top of our bathroom kitchen, sort of. But we've got all our battery packs and chargers and inverters over there. We'll be getting a more in-depth video for that. Once we install it into the house, there will be a separate room for it, and we'll get into how to install off-grid here in Peru without all that fancy extras that's available in the US, because we just don't have it. But here's what I have to do to waterproof my OSB anyways.
Oh, Amazona, careful, baby. Careful. Hey, Lucky. What's up, Bubba? Yeah. So give you an idea where we're at, I'm going to also show you some of the bad things about this. So I'm getting the OSB on. We are kind of weatherproofing it before we put the calamina on also, which is metal siding. But because the OSB here doesn't come treated. So, and as you can see, we had a bit of a rainstorm come in. The floor is all wet on that side because there's no roof all the way yet. But hello, Amazona. This is our newest little girl. She's a pain. Yes, she is. She gets into everything. So, one thing we're doing is we got some windows that we got from a school that was remodeling. So they're the aluminum frame windows, sliding glass, which will go a half-size window over here, a half-size window over here. This window will be a half-size, but it won't have glass in it because it goes out to the porch. But we have to put wire screen on it over here, and then the wire mesh like this, so that the mosquitoes don't get in. And these are full-size 1.2 meter by 1.2 meter windows right here, which will go in right here. Once I get the sealant, water coming through right there. So fortunately the floors aren't finished yet. I wonder why I have a hole there. But we're putting in another layer of flooring, and then we'll put in a layer of the concrete fiberboard. So you can see this side obviously is still wide open and gets completely wet, as is over here. All the water come in. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks I'll get the rest of the roof on. We can get the other window frames. I think I've got one made here, as you can see. Once we get the other OSB on the outside over here on the porch, the back porch, the deck up here. But next video.